The smell is absolutely amazing, guys. I can't wait to get stuck into this. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, I'm Susan, this is 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐬, and on this channel we do lifestyle, we do cooking, we do travel, the whole works. Please do take the time to look through our playlist. If you like what you see, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. So guys, as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be cooking lasagna africana. So this is based on a traditional Italian lasagna taught to me by a Dane, and then I've converted it and given it that African kick. It's spicy, it's sassy, it's delicious. So guys, let's start cooking. So these are my ingredients. I'm using ground minced beef. You can use any meat of your choice. You can use chicken, you can use turkey, but I prefer to use beef. For my veggies, I've got mushrooms, I've got my mixed peppers, onions, I've got tomatoes. For my cheeses, I'm using a mixture of extra mature British cheddar and mature cheddar. I just like that mixture of the two of them. I've obviously got my key player, my lasagna sheets, and I am cheating. I'm using a bottled creamy lasagna sauce, but you can actually make it yourself if you have the time. And my spice here is oregano. I've got my stock cubes, I've got my aromat, and I will show you later what I'm using to jazz this dish up. Guys, so I have a pot, I've put a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna start off by frying my onions until they are translucent. Remember I said to you that I'm gonna tell you about my special ingredients that turns this dish from a lasagna into a lasagna africana. Now this is 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤. 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤 is a powdered spice from the north of Nigeria, often used by the 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐤𝐞 people. It is a combination, a unique combination of ground nuts, locust beans, chili, ginger, garlic, onions, and so many other spices. Now each family has their secret recipe. This was given to me by a friend of mine. It's amazing, it's tasteful. Some of you may have tried this before. It's what's sprinkled on Nigerian suya, but this really does give all meats an amazing kick. So I am gonna add 2 generous teaspoons of this into the minced beef, and I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, and I'm going to mix it together. But before I mix it together, I'm going to add my other secret ingredient. Now this is Cameroon pepper, or it's often known as black pepper. I love to add it to just about everything. So I'm going to add a sprinkling of that, and then I'm going to mix it together. Now I'm wearing a glove because I don't really like handling minced beef. I don't know why, it kind of gives me the shivers. So I'm using a glove. So I'm gonna mix that together, mix it really, really well. And this will give the lasagna that unique African flavor, and it's gonna have so much of a kick. So yeah, it's all good. Okay, so now that my onions are lovely and translucent, I'm gonna add this minced beef africana to the onions, do it by hand, and just let them sweat until they're brown. So now that we have got the minced beef africana brown like we need it to be, I'm going to put some more seasoning in, and then add the veggies. Guys, I'm not complaining. Actually, yes, I am complaining. When you live in the colder climes, Maggi cubes are rock solid. They're supposed to just crumble in your fingers, but they don't. So I put it into a pestle and mortar and smash them to pieces. So now I'm going to add this to the mixture. I'm going to add a little bit more chili to give it a bit more of a kick. Some aromat, because I love to add aromat to everything, and some oregano, which I'll add directly in a second. So yeah, this is my mixture, and it's going to go all in. So in it goes. And I'm also going to add oregano. Quite a lot of it. give it a good mix. Let all those flavors, oh wow, you can smell the oregano together with the _𝐦𝐤𝐤. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So guys, remembering that this lasagna mixture is going to go into the oven for a good 40 minutes. We don't want to overcook the meat. So now I'm going to add my vegetables, my mixed peppers, my mushrooms. You can use whatever vegetables of your choice. This is just what I like. It works for me. I'm sorry to my Italian friends if you feel that I'm butchering your traditional recipe, but hey, try this one. It's equally as good. So I'm going to stir in the vegetables. I'm not going to leave this in for very long. Stir in the vegetables for about 2 minutes. So I've allowed my veggies to sweat for roughly 2 minutes. I'm now going to add my plum tomatoes. I got these out of a can. I've got 1 can here. I'm going to decide a bit later whether I'm going to add another can, see what happens. Sometimes you get some water out of the veggies and so you don't need another can. But remember, this is going to cook with the pasta and the cheese and the sauce in the oven, so you don't want it to be too thick. So I've got another can of tin tomatoes on standby. I think I probably will add half of this and then see how we go. I'm going to leave this for about 2 minutes to allow all the flavors to combine. At this point, actually, you can check it for your seasoning to make sure it's to your taste. I'll do just that. Oh my God, perfect. My brain is busting. This is spicy, very, very spicy. Just the way I love it to be. So leave it for about 2 to 3 minutes. So after 2 minutes, it's looking, smelling really, really good. So we're gonna now go to the next step, setting up the lasagna sheets. Take this off the fire. So guys, this is my favorite bit. I've got a deep dish to put the lasagna in. I've got my 2 cheeses in here. I've mixed them together. And actually, before I start, I'm gonna just add a little bit more _𝐦𝐤𝐤 to this, just to give the cheese that extra kick. And I'm gonna mix it in like that, and we're good to go. So I also have my lasagna sheets. I've got my creamy cheese sauce, which, as I said before, you can make if you can, or you can just buy it. They're relatively cheap. So what I'm gonna do first of all is that I'm gonna spoon a layer of my minced beef Africana onto the bottom of the deep dish, making sure that I add together some of the liquid, because you want the pasta to be able to cook. You don't want it just to be a dry mixture and it not cook so well. And then what I'm going to do is dollop some of the cheese mixture onto a sheet, brush it so you kind of try and cover as much of the area as possible, and then lay it face down with the cheese side down on the in the tray. So I'm going to keep on doing that. So my dish can take 3 side by side, so I'm going to do that, and then you start building. Gets quite messy, but it's pretty simple. All right, this is the last one on that row. So face down and like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to smear some of the cheese mixture, very generously actually, onto that layer using a pastry brush. I'm not sure whether you're supposed to use a pastry brush. That's what I do, just a lot easier. And then make sure that you've covered all of the pasta, and I'm going to hand sprinkle just a very small bit of cheese in between the layer, and then we'll build each layer again. So next up, as before, we have a layer of the minced beef Africana, and we repeat until we get to the top. So this is my third and final layer that I've just done here. I've just put in all of the remaining cheesy mixture, and then I'm gonna add my cheese. This is gonna be super, super, super cheesy. So I'm gonna spread my cheese over the top of the mixture. Do make sure that you do put another tray underneath this one when you put it into the oven, just in case you get anything spilling over. You don't want to dirty up your oven. So, wow, guys. Oh, we are in for a treat today. So when that's done, we're gonna slam it into the oven for 45 minutes to an hour to let it cook. So guys, fresh out of the oven, I left this in for 45 minutes. I covered it with foil for about 20 minutes at the start of the 40 minutes, just so the cheese wouldn't get burnt, and then I took the cover off and just let it brown. Guys, this looks delicious. Come on, come closer. Look at this, absolutely perfect Lasagna Africana. This looks so good. The smell is absolutely amazing, guys. I can't wait to get stuck into this. Normally I would leave this for a good 5 minutes just to sit and let the pasta relax, but I'm just gonna tuck into it right now. Guys, ooh. Listen to that. Doesn't that look amazing? So now for the moment of truth. I'm going to tuck into this. I like my lasagna much more watery than usual because I just like it when the cheese sauce is creamy and flowing. Oh my God. Guys, this is so good. And it has an amazing kick. I'm mixing my words, I'm drunk. Oh, it's just so cheesy. Oh, it's so good. So good. So guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.